I'm worried that our back area is just a bit too plain. I've seen other people and they have like all this Halloween stuff. Like I was at Kmart yesterday. I should have got some like decorations where I could have put them up on the wall, but I didn't think about it. So do you reckon we should add, because I've got like a ton of candles, should we add them in the back and try and make it more like Halloween theme?
No.
Just a little bit.
Because you're gonna knock one over. So.
I won't. Look, I have Halloween decor. That's it, decor. If I like it, it's staying out all year long. Like that's just how I am. Oh, what about my big pumpkin that I recently brought?
If you never seen what you just said here, no one would even be like, they'd just be non-existent. They'd be like, oh, look, there's a skull there, and that's about it.
I'm sorry if these guys do disappear, but I will probably end up needing the bench space. So
that's
if they make it,
that's what I said. There's no.
At least you can see there was
messy.
some effort. Oh, thanks.
You are. What do you want?
That messy. So our last video that we uploaded, we attempted to animate onto a cake, and we kind of succeeded, but not really. It was very sloppy. It was a mess. I would usually recommend going to watch that video, but like, if I was you, I'd kind of skip that one. So like I said, last week's video was kind of a mess, and we basically said throughout the whole video, we're redoing it, and here we are. We are redoing it.
Yeah, it's not so much redoing it. You tried one thing, you're like, okay, well this worked, this didn't, this didn't.
And I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know that this was already a concept that people had tried. So what I thought you would have to do is add the images on, spin it, and then it'll look like a walk cycle. I found this old video, and you guys actually commented letting me know that how they made that was called stop motion. I did the research, I should know. I don't know. Are you good? Yeah? Okay. Basically what it is that you use your camera to take multiple photos of something, and then you put it together and it looks like an animation. But I thought that stop motion was only a term for like puppets or like clay kind of animation, but actually it's kind of referred to anything when you take multiple photos and then you layer it as an animation. Now, I'm not telling you guys this because I don't think you know. I'm pretty sure most of you know. I'm just letting you know that now I know, okay? I'm in the know, okay?
She knows. She knows.
Like I said, I'm not explaining this for
you.
you.
We'll see how good you are in the know. We'll see how this thing turns out.
All right, well, I'm telling you that I know.
We'll be like, well, she knows.
She knows.
You don't need to say you know. They'll know at the end if you know by how good the video comes out.
I'm trying to explain that I have the information now. So I know what to do, and hopefully I can now execute it, because even though you can know something doesn't mean that you can execute it well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna let you guys know that I've already got the cake nice and prepped because we're redoing the same video. So I don't wanna have to like make this any longer, because again, like I said, you've already seen this. We're just doing it better, hopefully.
Yeah. Last thing I want is a 15-minute video of
watching
you do the same thing, but virtually the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I got some edible images, and there is so many.
How long did it take you to cut them all out?
It took me like 2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
I also had to leave them in my cupboard because I didn't know what else to do with them, and then I was worried about ants attacking them. I was like, oh my God, but they didn't, thank God. Look at, oh my God.
What?
Look at the size of that. That could be like a book. Look how many,
Well, there were like what, 40-something pages?
Yeah, about 44 pages. So the reason why I have gotten so many edible images is because we're gonna try and do the animation on top of the cake. Now, originally I wanted to do this in buttercream, but then when I realized it was 44 frames, I was like, no, no. If we had the time to do it.
That was part of the problem in the last one, but
yeah,
depending on temperature, the heat, the way, if they started melting.
Project that would have had to take a couple of days to do, and we just don't have that. So I end up resulting to edible images, and I feel like it's still going to be a cool concept. And I wanted to do edible images and not just printed out paper, because I just felt like that was cheating. I want it to be an edible animation cake, you know what I mean? So I've got all my edible images ready to go. I've cut them all out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna roll out my fondant, and then I'll put that to the side, let it dry for a little bit, and then go from there. So I finally got all the edible images nice and cut out, and I've pulled out my cake, and honestly, I'm so glad that I did actually prep this cake before, because I actually did kind of experiment with the design of this. So originally I was thinking of having it as in purple, orange, and then like having the black in between. And I actually did record this because I did it at work. I didn't like it. And then I went through like so many emotions. You see it in the video where I'm like, oh, do I like it? Do I not? And then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna scrape it. And as I'm scraping it, you can see me regretting it, because I'm like, oh, I think I like it. But I think I made the right decision getting rid of the black and just leaving it purple and orange. If you disagree with me, please, for the love of God, keep that opinion to yourself because it's going to keep me up at night. We're going to start placing these edible images onto the cake, and Jackson, the legend that he is, has marked this all out for me, so I know exactly where to put them, because last time when we did this, I had no clue. And the gaps in between the cake was just, it was really bad. Like, it was just not consistent. So this time, we're a little more prepared. Oh my God, how much? Oh, okay, I'm not done. We still got this back area to do, but look how much better this is already compared to the old one. It's like something that's just come straight out of Tim Burton's like Nightmare for Christmas, and it's just, but it's in real life. You can touch it. Ah, so, okay, let's finish this off before I celebrate too much. Hopefully nothing else goes, well, nothing's gone wrong so far. Let's not
Never
it.
celebrate too early, babe.
But I'm happy with the results so far. Woo!
Even more devastated if something goes wrong though.
Are we soaking this in? Because I am. Very happy. This is how I envisioned the first one going. I'm not saying you can't do in buttercream. I'm sure you can. I just don't have the time to really do the detail that I'd like. So that's why I went with edible images, and look at it. Oh, it looks so good. Also, I just want to say thank you because you guys actually recommended adding more frames into this cake, which, so originally I think I only had 7 in the first one that I did because we had 8, but we couldn't fit one in, so I went down to 7. This one we went with 10. When it comes to doing frame by frame, you're supposed to put in 12 to really get like the best results, but we just thought 12 was just like, look how much room, we wouldn't have been able to fit in 12. So I thought 10 was like a good amount to fit in.
Well, if we had another one, it wouldn't fit at all. No. They're almost touching each other now.
So I'm glad we stuck with 10. I got myself a little bit of fondant, just some purple fondant. I'm gonna roll it out. That's rock hard.
Don't keep fucking hitting it, man.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to try and soften the hell out of that. So I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna roll it out, place it on top of here. So then when I place the edible images on top, it's not gonna like damage them. So we're just gonna do that, get it all nice and go from there. Okay, so this is the result. I did stuff up on the fondant up here. I thought it would be really quick just to roll it out. I ended up being a little too stiff, so I ended up having to add fresh fondant, add color, which made this really soft because I left it out. And anyway, I ended up putting a border on, but it still looked really cute.
It looks good.
Amateur mistake, sorry, I know. Anyway, we're gonna do the top now where we film each one and then put them all together. So let's do it. Oof. All right, so we've got all the shots that we want. Hopefully this turns out good. So now I'm just gonna quickly take a slice out of this cake.
Take the plastic off.
Yeah, I did. Oh no. Oh no. I hate cutting cakes.
You're a fucking pastry chef. Why can't you cut the cake?
I don't know. Oh. Oh.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What do we think about the layers? I think that looks pretty cool. Look inside. All right, ignore Oogie Boogie like dying. But look at these layers inside. Does that not look cool?
It does look cool.
I think that looks really cool.
Is it good cake though?
I think it's gonna be a good cake.
Good?
That's really good. Maybe because I'm really hungry. That might be why it tastes so good, but.
Probably.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know, do you guys reckon that we redeemed ourselves? I'm gonna have both cakes side by side and you can be the judge either if we've, like I said, redeemed ourselves. I really like the idea of the top. Unfortunately, we didn't have a tripod that could actually go on top of the bench. So we had to put this on a stool. So hopefully you guys can kind of like let that go because we have to work with the conditions that we've got. But anyway, I still think that this was a win. I'm still proud of what we did and I'm not doing this again, okay? Like we've done it, we've cracked it. Now we can move on to bigger and better things. Please like and subscribe and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Boy, 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 boy.
Boy, boy.